Hello, everybody. Welcome on into Henny Boyz Radio. This is your host, Petey, and with me I got my co-host, Stevey. What's going on, bro?
Not much. How are you doing, man?
Chilling like a villain, cool as a cucumber. You know what it is?
Trying to beat the Florida heat, I guess, right?
That's how we do it. Thunderstorms and 100-degree days out here in Florida.
It's been awful.
Welcome back, guys. Henny Boyz Radio, episode 4, man. I don't know. Did you see us getting this far?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I did.
It's like that Paul Rudd meme. It's like, look at us. Who would have thought? Here we are. 4 episodes in.
I guess we just don't have anything better to do with our lives, right? Like,
in the pandemic, this is kind of the truth, you know. It's kind of the truth. This is what we do, folks. We hang out Friday nights, drink Henny, and just shoot the shit.
Well, let's be honest here, though. There's only one of us that actually drinks Hennessy. The other one hasn't been drinking at all.
Don't worry, man. I'm gonna buy a bottle soon. It's been too long.
Yeah, sure.
We are making this guy drink alone on this podcast. It is kind of sad in a sense.
It makes me look like I'm the alcoholic here, but
so everyone at home, you know, pop a drink too. Drink along with Stevie.
Yeah, please, don't make me feel so alone. This is not a lonely drinkers club here.
He already feels alone in real life anyway. So you don't need to be like that on the podcast. But speaking of Hennessy, man, let's cut it. Let's get to it. You want to do the honors?
This cork.
About that time. It's about that time. I wonder if people have noticed that from this point on, the episode always goes on a gradual decline in content.
That's the alcohol, probably. On my
exactly, that's what I mean. Once the Henny's flowing, anything can happen.
All right, I might have put a little bit too much in there, but we'll see. Got the cherry Coke again this week.
I was about to say, you're back with the cherry Coke. Wow.
Yeah.
It's good enough to try again.
It is.
Yeah, I want to try that. I also want to try sweet tea or iced tea with Hennessy.
I've tried it. I know I tried it one time.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar actually. And didn't you say it was bad?
I didn't think it was anything special. I can't remember what it was though. I can't remember if it was like a flavored tea, like a raspberry tea. I think it might have been, or it was like a strawberry lemonade. One of the two, and I just didn't think it was anything great. But
could have been a bad tea for that matter. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It's also too part of the thing is you have to get the right proportion. You have to get the right mix, right?
That's
if
fair,
you don't put enough alcohol in there, it just tastes like you're just drinking Coke or tea or whatever. But if you put too much, then it overpowers. So. And
then you'll just get sloppy drunk on the podcast with too much Henny.
Exactly. Start talking about Guy Fieri porn and shit like that.
Speaking of porn, man. Well, yeah. Also, before we get too far in, I do want to introduce our producer, Craig, as well.
Can't forget Craig.
We couldn't do without him, so shout out, Craig. But yeah, man, let's get to it.
I actually have one question for Craig. What do the boxers look like this week?
Oh, he's got some. What are those? They're like little ducks. They're like birds. I don't know. It looks weird. I have entirely too much seen here.
Do you live with him? I don't actually know.
I don't, man. No, I don't live with Greg. Yeah, he pulls up to produce the podcast, and then I give him his reward and leave.
Did we met him on Craigslist, right?
Hello. Stevie's got jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man.
So anyway, speaking of porn, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna get right into the MILFs.
Yeah, you do that.
We've been talking about Guy Fieri. We've been talking about stepbrothers, stepsisters. We gotta touch on MILFs, man. We're missing out a major aspect here in the mothers that I'd like to fuck.
We here on the Henny Boyz podcast, we're gonna each week take a different subcategory of pornography and dissect it down to
deep inside
a science.
This is what you sign up for when you listen to this.
We study the tape hard here. We're like John Gruden with the porno subscription.
Study the tape. Oh man!
Spider Y2 banana in her mouth.
Craig, cut him off. Get the Henny out of it.
I've literally had one sip. It can only go down from here.
Like it's a blessing and a curse to start the show about talking about MILFs. We could have saved this shit for later, but it's like a hook. We got to bring the people in. We got to keep them listening.
So I mean, you haven't told me anything, and part of it was because I didn't want to hear anything. I wanted it to be safe for the podcast.
You don't want to hear it. Period. You mean? I don't think you even want to listen to the story now.
No, I do. I'm like very curious. Like you sent me a teaser. You sent me a snippet of basically of the story, and I was hooked. I've been counting down the hours to recording because I'm like, I need to know what happened.
I think I might be dating a MILF, man. I think it's getting serious.
Holy shit. This is big time, man.
Her name, I'll say her name. Her name is Tina.
Okay. I wouldn't have said her name, but, I would have made up a name. Bleep
Maybe
that
I
shit
did.
out.
We can't confirm. I'll bleep it.
Craig bleep that shit out.
We met, I was in Clearwater, Florida. We met at a bar. I still have her phone number on my arm. She had a fucking big pen and wrote her name and phone number on my forearm. I can attach photos if you would like.
No, I'm good.
She spells the word hi, H-I-G-H. Like she'll say hi, but like spell it out like that, which is already kind of a turn on if I'm being real.
You like it when the ladies misspell words?
Oh yeah, intentionally.
Nothing
gets me going more than a nice typo, bro.
That's your fetish. We can go into that next week.
I want you to bust out the laptop while we're smashing and start just typing it up. It's like more.
Misspell my name. Yeah,
those red lines get me full mast.
Oh man, dude, writing essays in like high school and college must have been impossible for you.
Oh, dude, spell checks don't exist.
You turn in your essay and your teacher's like, Petey, there's so many misspelling mistakes. You're like, are they mistakes or are they happy little accidents?
Why is your essay soaking wet and crusty? God, Craig, make us stop, man.
Christ.
You can see this dude's facial expressions when we're talking this. Yeah, dude. Anyway, she did text me earlier saying that she wants to meet up again tonight.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, she said I'll be back out at the same place that we were at like 9:00. I didn't respond yet.
So, going back to this, like rewinding it a bit, you were just at a bar and this chick just comes up to you.
So I was playing pool with a couple of my friends, and like this lady, like there were two pool tables. Her and her friends were like playing on the other one, and like she saw me sink a nice shot, so that's how she like broke the ice and started talking.
Shit.
She's like, "Oh, that's
like
a
straight
nice
out of a
shot,
movie.
baby boy." Yeah, it's something out of a movie. Walks over, we play pool. We give each other pointers, I'm behind her back, like telling her how to shoot.
I was just gonna ask, did you help her like work on her game? you like?
I'm not even good at pool. Is the funny thing, man. She happened to look at like the perfect time, probably my best shot of the night.
It's fate, man.
Oh my God.
That's God literally saying, Peter, you're not meant for younger women. You're meant for the older ones. Do you know for a fact that she isn't actually a mother, or are you just like putting her in this category?
I mean, that's a good question too, by the definition of MILF, because like I feel like 8 out of 10 MILFs on like porn videos are probably not actual moms. I think they just use it as a categorization for old people.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're women normally that are over 30.
Yeah, it's just a generalization, but I don't know. She might be a mom. I didn't even ask her, to be honest. She's probably married, dude.
God damn.
Dude, I didn't even notice if she had a ring on or not.
You might be getting in some serious shit here right now.
There's a price on my head now.
For the sake of the podcast, you do need to dive deep for Jesus Christ. Dive further into this. I can't speak. 2 sips.
So you want me to text her live right now?
Send her a picture of your dick. Ask her if she's a mother. I don't give a shit, man. Report back next week. We're going to be asking for the MILF update.
I like it. The weekly MILF updates with Petey. A little new segment going down.
It's like the weather report. It's just you going like, yeah, there's lots of MILFs out there right now.
Who knows, man? Maybe I'll just go back to Vegas and just like elope right now,
Dude, maybe this is something you've never realized, but you're just attractive to MILFs. Like, you're just a magnetic.
I'll take it, man. Some MILFs know how to party, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they say, right? You want to get the older women because they know what to do, right?
they got that experience, the cougars, man.
They got that resume. Well, there's a difference though between a MILF and a cougar. This
is true as well. Yeah, I was about to say.
Like, are we talking?
They're both lovely people.
They might be listening to this podcast. We know that's not true, but they might be.
This is true. Tina, if you're listening, where do you want to go have dinner?
That's what you should do. You should send her the podcast. Like, this is what I do.
This is my full-time job. If you don't mind, I told this story about you on here, so go check it out.
To be fair, you probably got COVID from her.
Oh, probably.
You could get
masks,
worse,
dude. This Florida does not give a shit. This pandemic will never end. I contribute.
You could get a lot worse from her, though.
This is very true as well. You're correct. It's like Vegas all over again.
It really is. You just need to turn this into a whole thing where you go somewhere else every week and have a different experience and then report back.
We'll see how long I can just keep going out before actually getting COVID.
Actually, surprisingly enough, I got COVID going to the grocery store.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what would suck? Imagine like making it this far, like in the pandemic, just to get it now. Like it's freaking September. Even doing this
6
long.
Months in. Yeah.
God, it's just like worthless to do all the quarantine.
The thing is,
at that point.
it's when you let your guard down. That's when you get it, right? Like,
this is true, yeah. Because like I'm still wearing a mask as much as I could.
Yeah.
And, I mean, all the time, but like no one else there was.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
even then,
bad.
like that's
I think it was a Trump bar.
But like.
Fuck, we mentioned Trump. 4 episodes. It took that many. God damn it.
You can cut this out if you want.
Damn it, dude. We made it. We had a good run.
You ruined it.
I did ruin it. Didn't even think about it. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh man.
I let down our listeners today. Anyway.
But no, speaking of that, I've gone out because I barely leave the house. I don't leave the house at all. And I barely have left it except to like go into work a few times and then like to pick things up. Like I don't go into the store.
Uh-huh.
But like this week I actually went into a store for the first time in 6 months. And
yeah, how did it feel as someone that's been
so there's a whole backstory to it because I told you the other day I almost died, and I kind of legit think I might have gotten really close to it. I don't know. We'll see.
I have not. I haven't heard this full story actually.
So. The story is that like I it's Labor Day weekend, so I took a few days off from work to like make it an extended week, like time off, and it was a Wednesday. I was like the roommate had to go somewhere for work, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a hike, or I'm gonna find a trail somewhere around here in like a nature preserve or like a state park and go for a hike. I haven't done that since I moved to Florida, and there's a reason why, which I've learned. Anyway, yeah. So like I found this nature preserve like 20 minutes away from where I live, and I'd been driving around earlier for like an hour just trying to see this. Like it was in a part of the city I live in I haven't been to, so I was just driving around seeing it and stuff like that. And I like planned on going to a hike, so I had brought water. I was like wearing like workout clothes. I had sunglasses and all this. And so, like, I was ready, like, prepared to go on a hike, but clearly not, because, like, I went out, and I was out there for, like, about 30 minutes or whatever, and I was like, all right, this is, like, there's not much foliage, there's not much coverage. I'm getting, like, beat the shit up by the sun, and it's really hot, because it's been, like, as we alluded to, it's been in the 90s, like, all week in
Florida summer, man, yeah.
It's not summer, it's fucking September.
God.
Anyway.
Still summer. It's summer until December.
Basically, yeah. But anyway, so like I like turned around and I was walking back, and I had taken like they had a map of the trails like at the very beginning that I took a picture of with my phone. But I had just been walking down a trail, like the head markers and everything like that. It was a really big trail, wide trail, and I noticed that there was like this pond, and so I went over to the pond and I was like, I didn't see this before when I was walking earlier, and so I was like, I'll walk around it because there's like a trail that looked like it went around the pond. So I started following this trail, and it did not go around the pond. at all. It like went around and then just disappeared, like away from the pond. And so after a while, after like 15 minutes walking down this like trail, I was like, all right, this isn't looping back. And then I like was like, I should just turn back. And so I turned back and I was walking back, and I was just getting like super hot. Like, and I was drinking water. I was pouring the water in my head. I was running out of water quick. And like, I was walking back. I found the pond, and I started going down this trail. And I was like, I don't remember this trail. And so like, I pulled out my phone. And I looked at the map, and I realized this trail I had been on around the pond, or that I thought I went around the pond, was not on the map, and it was like a wide trail. And so I went back, and I eventually found my way to the parking lot, and I got in my car. And by then I was just dead. Like I was dehydrated. I was like, I had run out of water. My body was starting to go numb. Like my appendages were starting to go numb. My lip was starting to go numb. I couldn't stop like panting. And like I think I was like, I looked it up later. I think I had straight up heat exhaustion. And
dang, yeah, I was wondering. I was gonna say, is that like a heat attack?
Yeah, or sunstroke or whatever.
Yeah.
So and I had run out of water. I didn't have any water in my car, and so I was driving back, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it back to the house. Like, I'm gonna pass out while I'm driving.
Fuck, man, that's scary. Yeah.
It was, yeah. And so like, I found it took me for like a minute or two to find, not a minute or two. It took like 5 minutes for me to find a gas station. And I pulled over to the gas station. I ran in, which is the first time I've been in any store in 6 months. I grabbed a bottle of Gatorade, a massive bottle of water, and I paid. And the guy, like, I think could tell I was freaking out. And I got freaked out when I was like, driving there. Dude, some guy was there in front of me, and he was like yelling about something, and then I realized later he had won like $500 in the lottery. So there's like this weird like duality where like in this gas station there's one guy going crazy because he just won $500, and there's another guy like literally having like heat exhaustion, dying.
Give me this Gatorade.
I chugged that Gatorade so fucking quickly. I got back to my car and I just chugged it.
Sweet taste of Gatorade when you're hella thirsty, man. Damn, that's scary though. Anytime like going numb is like that's like actually scary.
Yeah, well, and it took forever because it was like I ended up coming back at the start of rush hour, so it took me forever to get into this gas station and turn into it. So I was like freaking out. I was legitimately almost having a panic attack in the car. I was honking the horn when they couldn't move. I was just this deranged Florida man, and then. The turn I took didn't lead right into the gas station lot, so I had to do a U-turn, and the turn was like one lane to one lane, so I went over the curb.
Oh my god!
It was bad. It was a whole bad situation.
Florida man going crazy.
It literally was. Right? It was a Florida man going crazy.
Wow.
And then I got home, and I could barely walk into the house. It was hard to walk into the house.
Dang. Probably went straight to the shower then, or what?
Yeah, I didn't leave the shower for like 45 minutes. I just sat in a cold shower.
And that's the story about how Stevie will never go hiking alone again like that.
I also kept getting bit by bugs, like horseflies. I have a massive bite on my leg from horsefly. Don't ever go hiking in Florida. It's not even hiking. It's because it's flat. It's stupid. It was one of the worst decisions of my entire life.
And there are like nice trails and stuff, but like you do have to be prepared, bring a lot of water, and not hike in the summer preferably.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
That's fun. I mean, it's good to get some fresh air and exercise at least, but at what cost, apparently?
I mean, to be fair, if I hadn't made the stupid decision of walking down that trail thinking it would lead around the pond, I would have been fine.
That's true,
I was in the process of turning back, and I think I was only like a quarter of a mile away from the parking lot, so it wasn't too bad. But then I went down that path forever. Yeah. So.
Well, we're lucky to have you back here on Henny Boyz Radio, alive and well.
And
it's scary.
I started having visions and thoughts, and I've decided that I'm going to do meth now, but not
there
actually.
It is. You heard it here. If you're that close to death, you might as well because imagine dying without having tried meth. You know, it's like fuck.
Right? It's not like have you even lived?
Yeah.
Like especially in Florida, like have you even lived?
I could picture you just like freaking out in your car, like fuck, man, I didn't even get to try meth.
Well, and the really sad thing about all of this is like I own an old car, and the AC basically just does not work in my car. So like,
that just makes it even worse. God.
Yeah, it was just everything was stacked against me. It was bad. It was bad.
Just gotta pack like way more water next time, if there is a next time.
If I ever go hiking again in Florida, it's gonna be in the winter. I'm never doing this.
That's fair.
I'm never doing it.
Dude, even like early in the morning, it's still hot as shit outside. Like, you can't escape the heat at all or anything. It sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not fun here right now. It was 99 at one point today.
Something that would hit the spot after a long and scary hike, though, is a pre-mixed cocktail. Let's talk about 5 drinks.
This sounds like a sponsored segment.
This episode of Henny Boyz Radio is brought to you by 5 Drinks Company.
I was thinking about that. We should. It would be funny if we had a bit in like each episode where it was like, yeah, this episode is brought to you by Peterson's, like, you know, like Hemorrhoid Cream or something like that. Bail bonds. Like, just come up with a fake sponsor that's just like outrageous. Like
on brand with Henny Boyz, you know. God. Anyway, though, 5 drinks. You finally had the chance to try it out too. How many flavors did you try yet? Because there are 5 different ones in the variety pack.
I think I've tried 3. I mean, so like we should probably preface this with saying that you discovered this like 2 weeks ago or whatever. You were at Total Wine or whatever.
Yeah. Just I was just browsing aisles at Total Wine, and it caught my eye because I love the like the minimal branding and the just the whole package of it. Yeah, and I actually had heard of it before because I heard it's like pretty decent. Pre-mixed cocktails because they actually use like real ingredients and not malt liquor or any artificial shit. Like there's actual vodka and lime juice and stuff in the drinks, which is pretty interesting to me.
That's surprising. I know. I mean, it's kind of expensive, so I guess that makes sense. But
right, yeah, and they're also tiny too. They're like
they're really tiny.
6 fluid ounces, 8 like at that.
Well, like they're like the size. Have you ever had like one of those Starbucks like espresso shots?
Yeah, the espresso.
In a gas station.
Exactly.
It's literally that size. Yeah, but
they pack a punch though. I think like the strongest one is 11% alcohol, and like the weakest is like 5. I think.
I was just gonna say there is one. I think it's the watermelon and vodka.
Yeah, watermelon vodka soda. Yeah,
it's like 6%. Because I've tried that, the mojito and the margarita, and I've also had the Moscow Mule too. So
I was about to say I think that's my favorite. The Moscow Mule. I think that's like their most popular one too.
It was kind of overpowering. There was way too much ginger in it for me.
Dang. Oh yeah, what is it's like ginger beer in it, like a normal Moscow Mule. Because I think all of them have 5 main ingredients. That's like why they're called 5 Drinks Co.
Well, I thought they were called 5 Drinks Co. because they have 5 drinks. I mean, that's what the variety pack had was 5 drinks.
That's true, yeah. For like $20 though for 10 cans, I guess it is kind of pricey.
Oh yeah, it's $2 a can and it's 6 ounces.
A tiny can.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the mojito is pretty nasty, to be honest with you.
Oh really? I actually like the mojito and the margarita. I thought the one I haven't had the gin and tonic one yet. That's the only one I haven't tried.
Gin and tonic's also pretty good. But the thing about these, like mojito for instance, I don't even like normal mojito. So like if you don't like the cocktail to begin with, they all taste like those cocktails.
Because I like mojitos.
Okay, so that's probably your favorite.
Yeah, that and the margarita were really good. I thought
margarita is good. It is good.
Yeah, the watermelon vodka soda was just nasty. I thought it tasted like watered down watermelon.
I was about to say it's definitely watered down, like flat, like soda or something. It's pretty bad.
Well, like we said, it's like 6% or whatever. Like bump that shit up to like 10 or 11%, like the rest of them, and I think it'll be fine.
If I'm drinking it, I'm trying to get fucking buzzed at least. You know, if it's gonna taste like shit, what's the point?
I just have a.
So that's 5 Drinks Co.
Natter day, yeah. We need to like start bringing in more alcohol into this. You need to start drinking. We need to try out different alcohol.
Man, I had the opportunity to go and buy a bottle of Henny, but I walk out of Total Wine with 5 drinks.
You didn't even drink it on the podcast.
Yeah, God. I know. I was just like watching TV and like fucking drink I think I had like 5 in one sitting. I tried one of each flavor.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. I got actually kind of tipsy.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it was across like 5 hours.
Oh,
probably not even that long, but yeah.
I've been. I did another Total Wine run today. It's like my second in the last week.
Oh man, yeah. You got it. It's a great place.
It is. I mean, they always seem to be out of something though, because like I've ordered something.
That's true.
I ordered something on Tuesday when I picked it up, and I ordered it today, and today's Friday, and both times one of the things they like sent back an email like, "Hey, we didn't have this. Or the rest of the stuff we'll charge you for." And they don't ask like, "Hey, do you want a replacement?" Like,
you just said, "Too bad, we're all out."
Yeah, because it's like you don't have one beer. I would have just gotten something else. Like I would have gotten another beer.
You got to walk away with a full hull still. Even with the substitution.
But I've gotten a lot of Oktoberfest.
Oh, lately. That's good. Yeah, it's about to be that time.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a Pumpkinhead?
Is that a brand or is that a?
It's a beer. I think it's Shipyard Brewing Co. is the brewery. But if you like pumpkin, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. I think the roommate had a. Is it like come out in like the ale bottles, like the really large bottles?
I think you can buy it in that size, but I mean, otherwise they still come in like just a normal six pack of bottles. Because
I think he got one, and he never opened it, and then I moved in, and it was like a year or two later, and we were just like, we don't have any beer around the house, just randomly like one weekend. Why don't we pop this and see what it tastes like? Yeah, it was awful. I thought it was awful.
Dang, it's funny because I'm not even a big pumpkin flavor guy necessarily, but I thought it was still pretty tasty. But yeah, Oktoberfest is also a classic, of course.
Yeah, I dig pumpkin like flavor. Like I'm a white girl. I like the pumpkin spice latte.
He's that PSL guy. Pulls up the Starbucks, get that PSL.
Shout out Starbucks. They just put out a cold brew pumpkin sweet cream thing. I got that the other day. Oh, so good.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Dude, I haven't been to a Starbucks in a while. I take my business to Dunkin' to get the Charlie D'Amelio. Fucking, dude! Imagine just making a TikTok account and then like 2 years later you have your own fucking drink at Dunkin' Donuts. Like,
imagine working at Dunkin' Donuts and having like a bunch of like, middle school girls come in.
Talk about basics, yeah. All the 15-year-olds. Can I get the Charlie?
Well, and then you and I were talking about how Travis has like the catered meal or whatever with
like his curated meal.
Yeah, curated meal.
I'm so hyped to get it, man. Cause what is it? It's like a bacon cheeseburger or some shit with Sprite and barbecue sauce. Like it's like a whole curated meal for $6 though. That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
I mean, it's still McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's has like a chicken deal, which I've gotten multiple times, and it's like 4 McChickens, 4 medium fries, and 20-piece McNuggets for like $15. That lasts you like
a lot of food.
It is. It lasts you a weekend. I've gotten it a few times, and like I overeat it, and I mean,
all of a sudden you're like only have 1 McChicken left.
It literally, yeah. Yeah, it goes away quickly. That would be the Stevey catered meal.
Get the Mickey D's. I heard they have, for the first time ever, I heard they're getting spicy chicken McNuggets, actually.
I heard that, yeah.
So we'll have to do a Henny Boyz Radio review, because I'm a big fan of some spicy chicken nuggets, so I can't picture a McDonald's one being good for some reason, though, but we'll see.
Oh, really?
I don't know,
they're like a guilty pleasure.
Because McNuggets are pretty good on their own, whereas, like, you go to Wendy's and, like, if you don't get the spicy chicken nuggets, like, that shit's disgusting. They're normal chicken nuggets in my mind.
I've honestly never had their spicy McNuggets. I might have to.
And at Wendy's?
Nuggets, but the spicy nuggets. Sorry, I haven't.
They're pretty good.
I might have to do that this week.
More flavorful.
Okay. Yeah, I just mean like the McChicken or McNuggets or whatever it is. Like they're like nasty. They look nasty.
Dang, you're not a McNuggets fan?
No, I love them, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a guilty pleasure. Like,
oh, absolutely.
It's like this is so bad, it's good. You know.
Straight up, yeah. Everyone loves a good. I mean, that's just McDonald's in general, right there, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like it hits the spot sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, there's some days where I'm just like, I want McDonald's, and like I didn't eat it for like 2 years, and then I've just started like eating it again, and it's so.
And now you get the 4 McChicken, 4 fries deal.
I'm making up for 2 years of not eating it, so.
Yeah, well, I guess now everyone's hungry, so we apologize for all that food talk here. Oh man, that's Travis Scott though. Shout out Travis Scott for getting. I didn't think that he would be like the first person to have like a McDonald's collab like that. That's interesting.
Like
I wonder how much he's getting paid.
Yeah. 'Cause don't they have like brand ambassadors that are like athletes?
I would guess so, yeah. And I also heard that like this is like the introduction of like the quote unquote celebrity meals. So like Travis will be the first of like a series of other celebrity menu items and whatnot.
That just seems weird. I don't know. Like Chipotle does it, but that makes a little more sense because it's like how you do your burrito.
Right, yeah, true. Like, yeah, I think like I saw like Tony Hawk had his own burrito come out recently or something. That's pretty badass.
Like, I think Dobrik had one. Christian Pulisic, the best U.S. soccer player, had one.
Dang. That's how you know you made it. If people are eating what you eat at Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle, yeah.
Like, dang. People are drinking your coffee at Dunkin'. Hopefully one day we'll have
Ariana had the Starbucks thing, right?
Wait, who?
Ariana had a thing with Starbucks, too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was like the
cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it was pretty good, actually. I obviously never tried it, but I heard good things when it came out.
I never tried it either, no. I don't usually go for that type of... Like, I'll go for flavored coffee, but I don't go for, like, the Frappuccino.
Right, yeah. That's like a dessert to me, like a Frappuccino. It's like a milkshake almost, you know. It's good, but yeah.
Yeah. Like, I enjoy the taste of coffee, so, I mean...
He gets that pumpkin spice latte and calls it a day.
Exactly.
Sheesh.
Nah, the go-to is the nitro cold brew with sweet cream. Oh, that is the best.
We have, there you go, folks. If you go to Starbucks, you can order the Henny Boyz collaboration.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've talked about coffee.
You're a coffee guy.
I guess.
What can you say?
All right,
Hennessy and coffee.
Yeah, that's actually not. That's a interesting.
Or like Kahlua, like a coffee liqueur.
Yeah.
There's I feel like they're like curdle.
Like stouts, you know? Like
yeah.
You can get like a coffee infused stout.
Right. Hit or miss, in my opinion.
Yeah,
some of them are just too dark.
Yeah, usually I'm not a huge stout fan. I wouldn't put like Hennessy in my coffee, but it'd be interesting to get like.
I kind of want to try that now.
Coffee infused Hennessy, yeah.
I feel like that wouldn't be
we
good.
could try on the show.
This is it, man. We try all the different Hennessy recipes.
This is a Hennessy podcast, literally.
Just sponsor us, Hennessy, already. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Give us those big.
We want our own custom designed bottles that you can buy.
You don't have to put our faces on there. No one wants to see that.
Just put a link to the podcast and we'll be fine. We'll pay you.
They don't want our money. Let's be honest.
Let's talk a little bit. Changing gears here. Let's talk a little bit about some sports. And so you're telling me that that the WNBA's bubble is apparently called the Wubble.
Yeah, or at least that's what ESPN calls it.
I had not heard of that yet.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that word used. I kind of like it. The Wubble.
So I mean, my opinion on this is, why does it need a different name? Why can't they just call it the bubble?
Right. Yeah. Why's it gotta like be different exactly?
Yeah.
It's literally a letter too.
Yeah.
It's not like they're calling it the Nubble for NBA. God, these are the thoughts that run through my head. The bubble.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't get it, but you know.
No, well, the real question though, does anybody care? Which is the sad reality.
Yeah.
Hot take: the WNBA is easily the second best sports league in the world, behind the MLS.
I wouldn't disagree. I mean, I think you're missing on the National Lacrosse League here, but you know.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Boston Cannons fan.
I couldn't even name one lacrosse team.
I used to actually be into lacrosse, especially like in the NLL was the indoor one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota used to have a team, the Swarm.
Yeah, they used to be owned by the Wild, I think, right?
Yeah, same company.
So I mean, speaking of like niche sports, I've started paying attention a lot to the Tour de France.
Oh, is it going on right now?
Yeah, they actually like gave it the green light. Like they're going full force with it. So
how many dopers do we have this time?
I think everyone's doping, honestly. Let's be honest.
This week we're gonna pour out some Henny to Lance Armstrong's left testicle.
He has a podcast. Did you know that?
Does he? What is it? Is it like Live Strong, like health themed, or what?
I don't know what it's on. I haven't listened to a single episode of it.
I used to love Lance Armstrong, man. Good dude.
Yeah, my dad. So I mean, my parents actually met in a cycling club.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
So growing up, we would go like biking a lot. Like we went on like vacations around like Minnesota and Wisconsin to like, because there's like a whole like in southern Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin. There's a town called Sparta, and it's like the whole thing is like
Sparta.
there's like well, the whole thing is like there's like 100 miles of trails down there just for biking.
Oh wow, dude, biking's great.
Yeah, I love it. But my dad started doing it now that he's retired. Like he got back into it. My dad would do it a lot. Like that was his hobby. But
that's awesome, man. Yeah, good exercise too. Good cardio.
It is. Oh yeah, especially he's in his like late 60s now. So, but he and I would like kind of follow the Tour de France when I was a kid. But then now since like there's not much going on in the world, I've decided I'm gonna pay attention to it this year.
Yeah, might as well.
He would have like posters of like Lance Armstrong in his office at his work.
So if it wasn't for biking, you really wouldn't even be on this earth. There would be no Henny Boyz Radio without cycling. Basically,
yeah.
Also, what you're saying, forget Bumble, man. You should join like a club. You know? Is there a cycling club in Florida?
I don't. Probably. I don't want to be too much like my parents, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, imagine meeting your like future wife the same way that your parents did. That'd be kind of trippy. That's a glitch in the system.
It is. History is repeating itself. The screenwriters
you would have
for
the
my
pressure
life
on your kids then.
cycling
club. I'm gonna go Google like cycling clubs in Florida.
I've actually like genuinely thought about like buying a bike and like just doing that, like cycling, because it's a thing that you can do by yourself. Bikes you can do it. You can do it during the like pandemic because it's outside and no one's around you.
Exactly.
But the thing is like my parents have a whole like bunch of bikes, and my mom doesn't do it anymore. And so she was telling me a long time ago, she was like, "I'll give you one of my bikes, like a really nice bike apparently."
Wow.
And it's still up north, so but I don't want to buy like someday. Yeah, I don't want to invest a whole lot of money in a bicycle and to just have like that bike in a couple years.
Nice bikes can be pretty pricey if we're being real.
Yeah, well, like my dad has like a whole couple of them because like my parents like I said, this was their hobby, and so like they've invested like at the time a fair amount of money into it. So like they've got like Trek and like Bianchi bikes, which are like really high end. And,
I was gonna say that just sounds like it's some like real cycling head shit right there. That's
but awesome. I mean, they're like from the 80s, and so like my dad, because he's like during pandemic and everything like that, to get out of the house, he's been like biking. So he took his bike into the bike shop before all of this happened. And he was talking to them about it, and they're like, "Yeah, this is a really nice bike for 30 years ago," because it's still like made out of metal, and all the bikes now are like carbon fiber. Like you can pick it up with your hand, like your finger, basically. Yeah. And they shatter if you like crash, basically, just because the carbon fiber is like really weak in that regard. But yeah, so like they've made some crazy shit now, and it's like really expensive, like $2 or $3 grand for a bike. I think like a high end bike.
Wow.
But the Peloton will cost you the same amount. Yeah.
Man. So cycling clubs, folks. That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah. But going back to the bubble or the wobble.
The wobble.
We played catch up on a lot of bubble news, NBA bubble news last episode, and we're gonna have to catch up on shit's going 100 miles an hour. Nets have a new coach, new guy
holy
in town,
shit,
fucking out of nowhere, Steve
Nash, unbelievable.
I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't know if it's gonna work out, to be honest.
You look at what happened when like a recent player became coach, like Jason Kidd. Like it usually doesn't work out well. Especially for these bad teams like the freaking Brooklyn Nets.
Well, the thing that like people on Reddit were talking about, where they were comparing it to Kerr, because Nash had like jobs in like the Canadian national team and like player development roles. Like he was involved with the Warriors, I think, for a season or two.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Maybe he has what it takes. Yeah, we'll see. He's got a decent squad too. He's got KD and Kyrie, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always still think it's like. It's like, I don't know. You never know what you're going to get with a former player, especially like a really good one.
That's very true.
Like, I mean, like Larry Bird was a pretty good coach, I think, right? Because he basically went straight into coaching after he retired. But like, it's like I wouldn't want like someone like Michael Jordan as my coach. Like he would just expect like the best out of he would be just his expectations would be ridiculous. And
God, him being the owner is already like intimidating enough.
Oh yeah,
if I was like playing
ruin
for
that franchise.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the best players never always the best coaches because it's really easy for them to say, "Oh, you just do this," and it's like,
right, yeah.
How do you do that?
True.
But
shout out Steve Nash, though, man. Definitely a legendary NBA player.
He's a Tottenham fan.
Great.
His dad's from Tottenham.
Is he really?
His parents are British. He was born. I was reading about this. His parents are British. He was born in South Africa, raised in Canada, and then made his money in the U.S.
Wow.
It's a globe-trotting man.
A Canadian South African with British parents. Gotta love it.
Basically,
that's what it's all about, right there.
Isn't he R.J. Barrett's like godfather?
Is he?
He is. I think he is.
Holy shit! What?
He's
Steve Nash, man.
Fascinating man.
When did he retire? Like 2014, something like. I feel like it was 5 or 6 years ago.
What was the picture you sent me? Wasn't it the picture of him and KD?
Yeah, it was him playing against Durant. Yeah, which he'll be coaching now. Yeah.
Right. He's been in the league he's been out of the league for only a short period of time if he's gone up against KD.
That's true. I mean, well, when did KD's been around since like 2007?
Has it been that long? I thought it was like
dude, yeah, he's actually been in the league longer than you'd think.
He's in his 30s now, right? What's up?
Yeah, he's 31. Yeah, 2007. He was the second overall pick behind Greg Oden.
Jesus.
God, dude. That was a while ago.
Crazy.
But so Lakers and Rockets. Houston takes game 1. That's going to be a really good series, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna wait.
And then we gotta. Let's touch first on Jimmy Butler's coffee, man. What is he putting in that shit that's giving the Heat a 3-0 lead over Milwaukee?
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Giannis. Like,
yeah,
what the
true.
Fuck?
I mean, he kind of cracked last year, but not this early in the playoffs.
No.
And we're saying he was inexperienced last year, but no excuses this season.
He's a 2-time MVP now, back to back.
God,
he's got the number 1 team in the East, right?
They're the best record, I think, in the league, right?
Fucking insane, man.
Just to get swept, potentially? Crazy.
I fully expect Jimmy Butler to come out with some quote about how he's playing up against a bunch of third strings, or he's playing with a bunch of third strings, right?
Oh, my God.
I don't know, though. Someone on Reddit also pointed out, too, like, they made a really great comment about how, like, if you had to choose your best, like, the player you wanted to, like, lead you in the playoffs, like right now, Giannis wouldn't be in your top 5 probably.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, that's a good take.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was a great take because you probably want LeBron. Jimmy right now has been like fucking on fire. Probably won't even you probably could put Jamal in that conversation, having like back-to-back 50-point games or what it was.
That's true, right?
Harden
finally stepped up again today. I know he had a bad game, but you could always take James Harden, of course.
Well, Game 7, you already brought up the Game 1 against the Lakers, but Game 7 against the Thunder, that last play was bonkers.
God, yeah. That's all they needed. They just needed him to step up and defensively.
He gets so much. Yeah, I was gonna say he gets so much shit for being like lackadaisical on defense, and there he goes. He blocks the Dort's shot and then plays dodgeball.
Yeah, that was sick. Right through the legs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man. Who else is playing? We got the Celtics are up 2-1 over Toronto too, which has been kind of surprising people. Jason Tatum, man, he's been stepping up.
He has, yeah. They look really good. Tatum and Brown look like they're going to be their future for sure.
For real.
They still have.
Yeah, I would even take Tatum over Giannis right now in the playoffs.
Oh, man, you might.
That's how crazy it is.
Yeah. It's fucking wild just how he's. I hope. He's still young. I didn't realize he's only 25. Like it feels like he's been in the league forever, and it feels like he's been in the league forever. But I hope for his sake, because he seems like such a nice guy, and he's such a fun player to watch.
For real,
shakes whatever this is, because it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's going to be like a what if with Giannis if he doesn't shake it.
It's true.
But
That's the bubble and the wobble. Let's talk some hockey too. We had 2 Game 7s today, with Dallas and Vegas moving on.
Vegas won because we started recording this in between periods. I know for the Vegas game.
Yeah, they ended up scoring 3 goals in the third.
Jesus,
I think
you wearing
2
your hat?
empty netters, but the hat was on. The hat's the good luck charm.
He's an
I am
honorary
a Golden
fan,
Knights
ladies
fan,
and gentlemen.
guys.
Did Lightning moved on, right? I haven't been paying close attention to NHL, but
Yep, the Lightning, and then the Islanders and Flyers got Game 7, I think, tomorrow. So the winner of that will play Tampa Bay in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Jeez,
And then we got Vegas versus Dallas in the Western Conference Finals. So, and it's been an interesting season to watch. Honestly, some new faces.
Yeah, for sure. Oh
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the NHL is there's always a lot of parity.
Yeah,
but
that's
there's
very
definitely
true.
always. I mean, they're a long series and stuff happens. The
I'm
favorites.
surprised you hate the Avalanche.
Oh, what? Or Wild fans?
I mean, I figured you would want them to beat Dallas though, because I feel like
the Avs, the Aves or Avs or how I don't know what the right term is. There's like
I guess Avs like
weird.
Avalanche.
Well, there's a weird derogatory term I feel like that a lot of Wild fans have for the Avalanche, but nah, dude, they
grew up hating them.
Yeah, there are like I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like you hope a fissure opens up in the middle of the fucking rink and they both fall in, but
that's how I feel
Not
about the
really.
Winnipeg Jets for sure.
Oh, dude, I mean,
Fuck
yeah,
the Jets.
the
That's
Jets,
like the Wild's
the Stars,
rival
and
at this point.
Well, the Avalanche probably their biggest. Oh, well, no, the Blackhawks. There's a lot of teams I hate in the NHL, and I'm not even that passionate.
I'd throw the Blues out there too.
Oh yeah,
We always have bad luck with them. Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
honestly. Go Lightning though. I want to see the Lightning and Knights in the cup. That'd be something fun to watch for sure.
That would be fun. Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely go for Lightning being in Florida, but I definitely think that would be the best. That'd be the best outcome. But
It'd be fun to see them win another cup. Yeah, for sure.
And Vegas
Florida
get
sports,
back to
man.
it, so
In Tampa, I guess they would have 2 championships then, because come February, the Buccaneers are gonna take the ring, man.
Leonard Fournette's gonna steamroll over everyone.
They did sign Leonard Fournette, man. Why? Who knows? But
Tampa Brady, man, or Tampa Bay. That's it.
Tampa Bay. Get aboard the hype train while you can before the train leaves the station here.
Jesus.
I'm gonna like. It wouldn't surprise me if that thing just implodes. Like
They'll either be incredible or like just 8-8 mediocre. I think.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna be
Probably.
mediocre.
I think it'll take a couple years to kind of like get Tom Brady into the groove there and stuff.
Couple years, the man's like 42. The dude's
I
like 2
could
years
see-
away
I
from
could-
retirement.
Bro, I could see him busting out like 4 or 5 more seasons. To be honest with you.
Jesus Christ.
And
I don't
Breeze.
know.
Well, Breeze obviously is going to be done soon, but yeah, Tom Brady, man. He's
The
got
thing
it
I'm
in him.
curious. Yeah, the thing I'm curious to see is how he works outside of Belichick's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what
Culture
everyone's
and
saying.
team.
Like, what do you do without Bill? He's been your boy.
And I mean, I don't think it's much of an argument. I think the one that's most important in the whole thing is Bill. Like, if you wanted to keep one of them, it'd be Bill. If you're the Patriots, right?
That's true. Yeah, I'd say so. Easily the best coach. He'll
yeah.
probably make Cam Newton relevant again. We'll see.
I don't think Cam went anywhere. I think he got a weird situation in Carolina. I do.
That's
I
true.
I think
I
he's
like
still a
him
legit
too.
Quarterback. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's he's got it. So yeah, even watching New England is still going to be interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah. It's a completely different team now. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
for real.
the only one still there now is like Edelman.
God, yeah. No kidding, actually. And God, even Gronk is coming back. That's just.
Yeah, I don't know how
That's-
that's gonna work out. I was doing
weird.
some some mock drafts because we have our fantasy football draft and
Couple days.
yeah, Sunday, a couple days, and Gronk's like getting like projected low, and it's like I don't know if that's like right or like undervaluing him. Like I don't know what
Right, where do you
what's
put
gonna
him?
happen with Gronk.
He's been
like,
MIA. Like, what does he still have it? We'll see.
right.
We'll see.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
on a new team. Yeah,
Yeah.
that offense. So, yeah, we'll see. I can see them winning that division though, because Who else? I mean, New Orleans. Atlanta's going to suck. Carolina's going to suck. So they'll make the playoffs. Even if they go 8-8, I could see them slipping into the playoffs.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to compete with the Saints. But
that's true. Yeah, they're always troublemakers. Dang! By next week, we will have an NFL game played.
We will.
We got Thursday night football coming up.
Yeah, we will have an NFL game to talk about. That'd be awesome.
It doesn't feel like the season's happening, especially in a couple days. Like what?
Oh yeah, yeah. It does not feel like it's less than a week away at all.
Yeah. Well, it's because it doesn't even feel like it's September, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it's 99 degrees outside, so.
When you're almost dying, going on hikes.
Yeah, when you're getting heat exhaustion.
God. This is why you stay hydrated, everybody.
Yeah, stay hydrated with some Hennessy. No, that dehydrates you. I would have rather gotten hang out with a MILF than fucking sweated my ass through fucking middle of swamp.
We love Tina here. Henny Boyz Radio. We love the MILFs. Happy Mother's Day. Anyway,
Every day is Mother's Day.
You were talking about how the last sip this week was gonna be a little sexual. Is that what I heard, or what do you got for us this week, Stevie?
Oh man, we're already going to the last sip.
It's last sip time, man. We're running out of time this week. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
let me see where I'm at with my Hennessy.
He's got to chug one down tonight. Time flies when you're bullshitting.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I gave you the option because I had a couple ideas for the last sip this week, and I gave you the option of it either being like cheesy, almost like borderline. Well, it would be basically a dad joke, or getting a little bit sexual. Nothing
we
like
we love it all.
Here. We have a wide range of humor on this podcast.
Oh, step bro.
We need to make like a soundboard of shit, and like we can have like the popping of the cork, and then you just going like, "Oh, step bro."
The Henny Boyz soundboard is coming.
Craig, work on that.
Craig, make it happen, brother. Thank you. Anyway, so what's sexual though?
So the last sip for this week. This is a thought I've had kind of for a while, and I've just never verbalized it. So here we go.
This is already going down an interesting path.
It's going down a very I don't know. We'll see. It might be building up to too much, but if you really think about it, right, there is someone out there that took Brad Pitt's virginity, and so
this is what he has for us. We love it.
to that person,
they know who they are.
That last sip is for you. Because congratulations, that is a life achievement that none of us will even come close to. Do you know how much of a story that is? Like
that's
that's something you tell
still alive.
God, I hope so. That's something you fucking tell your kids. Like
100%. I would tell that to my husband in front of his face, or my wife, or whatever. Maybe Brad.
And if I was the husband, I'd be asking for details. I'd be like, "Well, how big is it? How was he? Was he okay? I mean, if it's his virginity, it's but." Yeah, and if you can apply that to any celebrity, any famous person you want.
This is true, yeah. So, I wonder how old he was too. He was probably like 16 or some shit.
I mean, no, it's Brad Pitt, right? So he probably was getting just slang in high school, right?
This has got to be true. He's been hot his whole life. This is facts, people. We don't make the rules. We just talk about them on Henny Boyz Radio.
The facts. Anyway, yeah. So that's been bouncing around my noggin for.
That's
quite a while.
I wish I had thoughts as beautiful as that one. that's gorgeous.
I don't know if you do that. For every one of those, there's some really weird, fucked up thoughts. So Stevie's got some weird thoughts, and
you're acting like that. That's like not a non-fucked up thought, or not normal, I should say.
No. I'm well aware that it's not a normal thought. I just mean that on the scale of being how fucked up it is. So far the last sip has been tame.
This is true.
It could be easily I could be having some last sip thoughts that are just, well out there. I mean, I could be verbalizing those thoughts, but
this is a good one though, because you really got my head rolling here. I'm really thinking about Brad Pitt.
You do. You don't think about it because I mean, if you really want to get technical with it, part of it I think is just because you don't think of them as really as a person. They've always just existed as a celebrity.
It's true. The whole celebrity kind of outlook. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
they
like
have
you don't
lives
even realize.
too.
Exactly. You don't think about how the fact that they have parents. I mean, he's a brother. His brother's like a hedge fund manager or something like that. And
Wow.
or an investment. I found that out a couple years ago. But like, it's one of those things you just don't really think about it. You don't realize that they have lives.
Doesn't cross your mind.
You just think of them as I don't even know, a celebrity. But
celebrities are out there fucking too. Celebrities gotta rock the boat.
Yeah. If you speaking of that, did you ever look up? I don't want to go on a crazy tangent. Did you ever look up the Olivia Munn email thing?
Ah, shit! I didn't look that up yet.
Okay,
we might have to touch on that next week because
you can talk
juicy.
about it next week. It's all you listeners, prepare yourself. You can this can be like a book club. You can do the reading ahead, and it's
that's awesome.
I found this out.
Olivia Munn emails.
I found this out like a couple weeks, like last week or something like that. It's old. It's a couple of years old, but some hot juicy gossip from when she dated Chris Pine for a short period of time.
Dang.
So I don't know if it's
Master.
real. I don't know if it's real, but
this is Stevie's longtime celebrity crush too, with Olivia Munn.
It's my childhood crush for sure.
Wow.
Oh yeah. That was I had a thing for her when I was like in middle school, high school. Oof.
His first jerk was to Olivia Munn.
That's not true, but okay. That's another thing. Brad Pitt had a first jerk.
Who fucked Brad Pitt first? Who did the honors?
Oh, we need to get them.
We want to interview you.
Exactly. Yes, we need to get them on this podcast. And
if anyone knows them, you can reach out to us. We're Henny Boyz Radio. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Overcast, I think. We're everywhere, man.
Anchor
FM, baby.
Drop us a review. Leave us some stars. Give us 5 stars.
Spread the word if you loved it, if you hated it.
Share it with your family. Share the podcast with your family, your friends, your grandmother.
You know what? I'll do one more than that. How about listen with them? Sit around like an old radio program in the 50s or something.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Sip on a glass of Hennessy.
And just vibe.
This is a podcast for everyone. For MILFs, grandmas, sisters, stepbrothers.
Go look up Olivia Munn emails and ponder who fucked Brad Pitt first. But Henny Boyz Radio out. We'll see you guys later.